But I think, working with athletes, trying to motivate them, trying to get them stronger, faster, and just basically better their performance on the field.
In our Royal Hustler this morning is Garren Smith from Windhoek Pro Sports Academy, Performance Academy. And how this all really started is after a string of extensive injuries and just following advice by doctors against participating in the sports professionally, Garren turned his love of sports into helping other athletes to recover and just rehabilitate and perform at their optimum peak. So he established the Windhoek Pro Sports Performance Academy in 2021, boosting with qualifications such as a BA in Sports Science from Stellenbosch, a BA Honours Sports Recreation and Exercise Science from the University of Western Cape, and a BSc in Honours in Biokinetics from the Stellenbosch University. And he's just been really honing his skills on and off the field just to pour back into the Namibian sports field. Garren, good morning.
Good morning, Sibo. How are you doing?
We're so fantastic, and we're so happy to have you here and just to recognize the work that you're doing.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
So we did talk about how you actually got into, establishing the academy, but how did you actually get into sports in the first place?
Sibo, it goes a long way back. I think all the way when I was a young individual, at the age of 7. That's when I played my first competitive football match. But just during my time growing up, I was exposed to so many sports codes at the Holy Cross Convent, the primary school I went to. And from swimming to cricket to, but then my football was my first love, if I can put it that way. Yes.
Yeah. So doing all of this and you're just like, I love everything. You must have been such a handful as a kid, would you say?
Not actually. I think I was quite a disciplined young man. I don't think I've given my parents how do I put it, hard time. So I think I was a well behaved young individual.
And I see from your accolades, like, I mean, University of Western Cape, Stellenbosch University. Was this always a dream of yours to get into sports?
Not actually. It was, I think my biggest dream was actually to become a professional footballer.
Oh.
That was my dream. And only at, I think, grade 11, grade 12, when we actually had to decide on what are we doing, I still didn't know what I was going to do. But I knew I loved sport. I knew I enjoyed playing football. And that was actually where I decided, okay, let me see if I can go into a sports field. I actually didn't know something regarding sports science or biokinetics was actually available for one to actually study. But actually, I got a football bursary from Stellenbosch University.
Nice.
And then I was like, okay, let me see where this takes me. But at the same time, I was just looking to become a professional footballer.
And let's just touch a little bit on the injury that you had. That must have been quite a blow to you.
It was a roller coaster. It was up and down, multiple surgeries on both of my knees. But I actually came back after everyone, just looking to come back and become a professional footballer. All the doctors said I should stop, but I actually continued. But then there was a stage that I started realizing, okay, no, I need to maybe start focusing on my studies. My father was also one of the pillars that decided, okay, you've tried everything, you've given everything. I think you need to start looking to the future and what you will do with your future.
Yeah, because I'm just, I'm thinking of, someone who's listening in right now who had to also redirect their dreams because they were so focused on doing this and this and this and this, and the pain that goes into letting go of a dream. And just you talking to us through how you were able to get yourself out of that situation and who inspired you really to just pick up your socks and say there is another way.
So I'm actually the only child, Sibo, and
spoiled much? No.
I don't know. But I have a group of friends that I call them my brothers, and they've actually been there seen all my lows, seen all my highs, but they've actually inspired me quite a bit to get out of that. And I think my parents as well, they actually had a big influence in me, just picking up and looking to almost redirect my dream. And I actually came up with another dream, I think, and that's helping athletes. So actually helping athletes that are going or that went through the same thing I was going through. So that was a big a big stepping stone and life-changing experience as well. Yeah.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the Windhoek Pro Sport Performance Academy.
My baby.
Man, the joys that has gone into that. Tell us some of the success stories that you've recorded there.
Windhoek Pro Sports Performance Academy is just a facility that offers athletes and any individual services such as strength and conditioning, biokinetics. We have team performance services and some recovery services as well. So just basically recovering from a match or from exercise session. But yeah, we have several success stories. I think we've worked with Namibian indoor hockey ladies. We're actually prepping them for, it was a while back, prepping them for the World Cup. So that's a story on its own, going to a World Cup.
Nice.
I have a lot of Brave Warriors players as well that come through that are actually playing abroad. A good example is Ryan Yambe that's playing in the UK. I have quite a few rugby players as well that are also playing abroad. That's a success story on its own. And then just people doing rehabilitation and actually seeing them step back onto the field. So that's also a success story on its own.
So.
But my favorite one, and it's recently happened, was I don't know if you know Spider-Man, or he names himself
Spider-Man.
But it's Matthias Angula. He's a paraswimmer, and we actually sponsored him, basically giving him strength and conditioning, and he's actually going, I think, next week to compete in France. So that is a success story waiting to happen, and he's such an inspiration, and he gives me goosebumps every time I work with him. And,
what would you say then it would be your specialty at the academy?
I think the specialty probably is working with athletes, trying to improve their performance on and off the pitch. But I think, working with athletes, trying to motivate them, trying to get them stronger, faster, and just basically better their performance on the field. So that's basically our speciality. Yeah.
So you're helping athletes get to their peak, performance. What inspires you? What gets you up every morning?
I think it's these success stories, Sibo. I think it's waking up and actually helping an individual. And there's so many athletes that come through and they experience exactly what I experienced as an athlete. And being able to help them and guide them and giving them actually guidance is what wakes me up in the morning, and it gives me satisfaction in the sense I'm actually helping someone. And like you said, the success story, when you see them go back onto a field after an injury, it almost warms your heart, man.
It does.
So I think that's what wakes me up in the morning.
I know you started the business, like you were saying, in 2021. And also, I'm speaking under correction, the sports performance industry in Namibia is still one that is growing and getting there. So what would be your hopes moving forward in the sports performance industry?
If I had a one that I could just like in Harry Potter just change everything.
Magic.
But we definitely still growing. Sport industry is still growing, and we're so far behind. But we're moving in the right direction. Slowly but surely we're moving. And but maybe just to think of a few, I think professionalizing our sport. So if our athletes could actually make a good living from playing a sport, that would be amazing. I think that would give them a bit more incentive. I think if we can, maybe a big shout out to Cricket Namibia, but they actually, I think, contracted a few players, and they actually, that's all they do. They get a salary and they basically train twice a week, or not twice a week, sorry, twice a day, basically for the whole week. But just professionalizing our sport, just to give the athletes some incentives. And it is quite difficult because most of our athletes actually have a day job as well. So there's not really time to actually train and actually put in the work. It's normally only after hours, after their 9 to 5. And then, I think regarding the whole high performance culture in our country, just trying to, from the schools to the universities, to the sports clubs, just implementing a high performance culture where athletes trying to give them the best services possible. So that's strength and conditioning, you name it. So I think that's where we should be working towards, and we're getting there slowly but surely.
So who and how can we join the academy? Who is it for, first of all, before we get to the how?
It's for everyone. Sibo, it's really for everyone. What I like to see all my clients. I don't like calling them clients, but I call them athletes. So it doesn't matter if you're looking to lose weight, if you have an injury at any age, you're more than welcome to come through. So that's basically our biokinetics section of the business. So Yeah, anyone is welcome from
Yeah.
the ages all the way from 8 till 70, 80.
Yeah, you
you're
got me
more
there
than
by trying to
welcome.
lose weight. I was like, yeah, nah, Garren, you and I should talk off air soon.
Yeah, so everyone is welcome. And just to contact us, you can contact us, send us a DM on the social media platforms, and we will get back to you. Or you can give us a call as well to book a consultation. You are more than welcome to
Give us the handles for social media.
Social media is WP Sport Performance Academy, and email address maybe as well is Garren at windhoekprosport.com. Yeah.
Okay, so that's Garren at windhoekprosports.com.
Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to add before I let you go, Garren?
Are we done?
Yeah, we are.
No, I just maybe just a bit of a shout out to my parents. I think they've been a big influence in my life, and basically made the individual I am today. Big shout out to the Brave Warriors. To the technical team, Coach Colin, Coach Ronnie, Coach Arnold, and the medical staff, and to the Brave Warriors players as well. We have 2 important upcoming events, so keep ready, and we will see you guys soon.
Yeah, I might just come and train with them just to show them how it's done.
Just to show them.
Just to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, you're more than welcome, Sibo.
Thank you, Garren. We really appreciate the work that you're doing.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
So that was Garren Smith, our Royal Hustler for this morning from Windhoek Pro Sports Performance Academy. Please do check them out.
Royal Hustlers was proudly brought to you by Namdeb Diamond Corporation.
Good today, better tomorrow.